From Amos Otis to Frank Tanana, here's a list of all those amazing players we love, including the ones whose posters you may have had in your bedroom, but who never got a single vote in the Hall of Fame ballot. Coming up at number 10 is Amos Otis. Amos Otis was a center fielder that played most of his years with the Kansas City Royals, where he was named their Player of the Year 3 times. He was instrumental during the Royals' run to their first American League West title. These are among the many things he achieved during his 14 years in Kansas, and they had no choice but to induct him into the Royals Hall of Fame in 1986. He also played for the Mets and Pittsburgh Pirates, was called to 5 All-Star games, and won 3 Gold Glove awards for his defensive prowess. Nevertheless, when he was nominated for the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1990, no voter showed up for Otis. Many years later, Jake Peavy would face the same sad fate. In wins above replacement, Peavy was in the top 10 3 times for pitchers. He led twice in strikeouts in 2006 and 2007, and for 5 seasons, he was in the top 10 in his category. He was a world champion with Boston Red Sox in 2013 and with the San Francisco Giants in 2014. He also won a Gold Glove Award and a Cy Young at least once. He won the National League pitching title in 2004 and 2007 and won Triple Crown title. So when the 2022 Hall of Fame ballot came rolling in, fans of Peavy expected a few of the baseball writers in the body to cast their votes for their man. This will not be the case at all. Peavy got absolutely no votes. His career WAR of 39.2 and JAWS of 35 was higher than Billy Wagner's 27.7 WAR and 23.7 JAWS. But Billy got 201 votes. Was it biased, or did Peavy not really deserve a vote? That's a question that should be asked of the 9 other players on this list, especially this next guy. Because of the Veterans Committee, Andy Van Zyke is still eligible for the Hall of Fame voting. But in 2001, when he was eligible for the Hall of Fame ballot, he got 0 votes. Now tell us if we were right to put him on this list. Tell us if truly he is a star who should have gotten at least a couple of votes for the impact he made, because he did have 5 consecutive Gold Glove awards from 1988 to 1992. He also appeared in the All-Star games 3 times and was a Silver Slugger awardee twice. But the highest he could go in the prestigious Hall of Fame honor was a nomination. That was it. But it gets even crazier. Greg Vaughn played for 5 different teams in his career, but he's most honored in Milwaukee, where he's inducted into the Milwaukee Brewers Wall of Honor. After all, it was the Brewers who drafted him in 1986, and it was with them he had his first of 4 career All-Star appearances in 1993. In that same year, he put up impressive numbers, batting .267 and recording 97 RBIs with 30 home runs. His total career home runs stand at 355, and he finished his 15-year career with 1,017 runs, 1,475 hits, 284 doubles, 1,221 stolen bases, and a WAR of 30.9 in 1,731 games played. Not to forget his NL Comeback Player of the Year and Silver Slugger awards in 1998. Having come out as Sacramento native, he easily got the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame honor, but couldn't make his way to the big one. His eligibility for the National Baseball Hall of Fame came in 2009, but in spite of his inclusion in the MLB, he had no votes. We're not saying that he should make the Hall of Fame, but to have gotten no votes was simply insane, right? Another MLB star that played for 5 teams and appeared in 4 All-Star games but never earned the respect he deserved was Mike Cuellar. The late Miguel Cuellar Santana had a similar experience to Greg Vaughn. Not only did he play for 5 different teams, but he also lasted in the MLB for 15 years. But his records and accomplishments transcend those of Vaughn. He was the first Latino to win a Cy Young Award in the year 1969. Pitching with his left hand, Cuellar had a career ERA of 3.1. and his win-loss record stood at 185-130. Nevertheless, he was the World Series champion twice, once with the Cardinals in 1964 and another with the Orioles in 1970. Same year, he was the MLB wins leader. His Wikipedia entry speaks volumes both literally and figuratively. But the Hall of Fame voters didn't care about any of this in the year 1982 when he became eligible as he got no votes. Zero. Nada. What's even crazier than that, on the same ballot, Don Larson had 22 votes. Larson, who, aside from his MVP award in the 1956 World Series and 2 World Series championships, couldn't hold a candle to Cuellar. It is the disrespect that blows one's mind, right? Anyway, just take a look at the man from Kingston, Jamaica, for example. Devin White, during his time in the league, had just 208 home runs, a batting average of .263, and 846 runs batted in. We get that these numbers are not illustrious one bit, but White wasn't famous in Toronto and Florida because he won 2 championships with the Jays and another with the Marlins respectively, or for his offense for that matter. Do you know where he shined? You guessed it, in the defense as a center field. And this earned him not 1, not 2, but 7 Golden Glove awards and 3 All-Star appearances. Yet in the 2007 Hall of Fame voting, one man got 0 votes. He had a career WAR of 47.3 and a JAWS of 41.4, which are higher than those of Dale Murphy and Don Mattingly, who got 50 and 54 votes respectively. Dale Murphy will be used as a comparison again for the next MLB star. 7-time Gold Glove Award winner from California, Mark Langston, can be considered an MLB star cheated by voters. Langston's another player that surprised many with no votes, because he was pretty good during his time. And except there are other detriments of Hall of Fame recognition, he should have gone beyond just the nomination. He had a career WAR of 50.1 and a JAWS of 45.7, 4 All-Star shutouts, 2,723 career hits, and was the American League strikeout leader 3 times in his first 4 years in the league. But to put the unfairness of his snub into a better perspective, Dale Murphy, who had 54 votes, had a career WAR of 46.5 and a JAWS of 43.9. But if you want to talk about unfair treatment, then the toy cannon has got to be in the conversation as well. Jimmy Wynn played 15 seasons in the MLB from 1963 to 1977. He was well known for his tape measure blast. He was nicknamed Toy Cannon because he could produce extremely powerful hits, even in his almost petite stature. Many have lamented the era he played in because it was a time when the offense was trash. The Astros Stadium, where he played most of his games, was unfavorable to hitters. Yet he managed to hit with good numbers and would likely have hit better if he were in a different era. He had a career WAR of 55.7, batted in 964 runs with an average of 250, and had 291 home runs to go with 1,665 hits. He appeared in 3 All-Star games, was even second to Hank Aaron in home runs with 37 in 1967. He was eligible for the 1983 Hall of Fame voting but didn't get any votes too. Exactly 10 years later, Cecil Cooper would face a similar fate. Cecil Cooper, a former first baseman in Major League Baseball, played the game with such finesse and skill. Over the course of his career, Cooper racked up an impressive record. A 5-time All-Star, a 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner, and a 2-time AL RBI leader. He was also one of the leaders of the Milwaukee Brewers' 1982 World Series run, where he hit 333 with 10 RBIs in the postseason. He holds the Milwaukee Brewers franchise record for most RBIs in a season with 126 in 1983, and he is the 3rd highest leader in RBIs for the Brewers with 944. A no-brainer for the Hall of Fame voting, right? Wrong. He was nominated in the 1993 Hall of Fame voting. He came up short with nothing. Okay, Cecil Cooper, not getting any votes was crazy. We can all agree, but the craziest snub of all has to be Frank Tanana. Tanana had an impressive career that spanned 21 seasons in the major leagues. Over his career, he had a WAR of 57.1 and recorded 2,773 strikeouts, ranking him among the top 30 pitchers in MLB history in his category. Tanana had several outstanding seasons that often go overlooked. 1977, he posted a .254 ERA, with the lowest in the American League. He followed that up with another remarkable season in 1975, leading the league with 269 strikeouts. He had 3 All-Star appearances, but many believed that if he hadn't peaked when he was 24 years old, he would have been more appreciated. Hence, why he got no votes in the 1999 Hall of Fame voting. Do you think this was fair or not? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video about the best MLB players to get 0 Hall of Fame votes, check out the video on the screen now, or the one we posted below, because we're sure you'll like that one too. See you there.